Hello everyone, I'm Marcia Lenz, along with longtime TV6 reporter Fran Riley. By now you've probably heard that Fran has decided to retire, and this program is dedicated to his body of work at TV6 as we say goodbye. First, Fran, can you give us a little background on your career in the Quad Cities? How long?
Came here in 1978, started in radio, Marcia. Thought I'd be here for a few years, and now it's been 41. And then I worked across river in television at the CBS affiliate over there for about 14 years, and then I've been here at Channel 6 for 25, yeah.
Wow. And in that time, you've done sports and
news,
general news reporting, and then feature reporting.
Yeah, the last 8 years, I've been blessed to be able to do these features, which I enjoy so much. I had just had brain tumor surgery, and when I came back to the station, they approached me about doing these feel-good slice of life stories, and I've met some fascinating people, to say the least.
Yeah. What a great challenge, especially after having brain surgery. And we're so glad that you recovered nicely from that. But we want to talk a little bit about some of the work that you have brought so many smiles to faces, and you've helped kind of showcase the hobbies and passions and extraordinary things that people are doing in the Quad Cities. One of them that we want to start off with is one of your favorites, and it is a woman who wasn't actually from the Quad Cities, came here to help raise spirits in the Quad Cities. Tell us about Captain Ray.
Captain Ray, a Salvation Army bell ringer out at North Park Mall, who actually lived in Florida, but came back here for several years because she loved doing this so much, and we caught up with her at North Park Mall.
Merry Christmas, darling. Good morning. Good morning. Merry Christmas, honey.
Perhaps it is her warm greeting.
Good morning. Merry Christmas. People come by and say, yes, I look forward to seeing you.
Or the love and joy she puts into ringing the bell.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. The Lord bless and Merry Christmas.
Salvation Army Captain Vivian Ray Rayenkamp makes her annual trip to Davenport.
Yes, in fact, I paid my way up here. Thank you.
Traveling from Florida to sound the call for the Red Kettle campaign.
And I constantly pray, Lord, multiply it like you do the loaves and the fishes. You know the need.
At 91 years of age, Captain Ray is here 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, bell ringing for the Salvation Army.
A grandmother figure to many children who pass by.
Thank you so much. You want to ring the bell?
A goodwill ambassador.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. The Lord bless. And you have a Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Who also makes it a point to carry on a friendly conversation.
How old is she?
Almost a year.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah.
Captain Ray has been involved with the Salvation Army for much of her life, proudly wearing the uniform and the cap that goes with it. A 4'10" bundle of energy who believes that to whom much is given, much is required.
And I constantly pray that people will know the real meaning of Christmas, that Christ came, gave his life, and rose again, that we could have salvation.
Marcia, she was like a grandmother figure to so many of us.
Yeah.
People just loved her, and I think it was that site in the mall where they got the most contributions in the Red Kettle campaign because of how much people loved her.
It was obvious she had a big heart, even though she was very short in stature.
Yes, indeed.
And unfortunately, she passed away at the age of 93 and certainly is missed, but not forgotten, thanks to you, Fran.
Oh, thank you.
There's another holiday tradition, one that started with the Festival of Trees Parade. That's when we first saw the very slick Santa-mobile. But we also found out from your reporting that the Santa-mobile kind of makes the rounds during the whole holiday season. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, we got to ride in the Santa-mobile. And by the way, Santa Claus is going to be doing this at the parade. 50 years he's been Santa Claus here in the Quad Cities. And we said, can we go along for a ride in the Santa-mobile? And he said, hop in.
Everything I wear is custom. Everything's custom made
from the boots to my hat.
Here comes Santa Claus.
Oh yeah, the elves and Mrs. Santa, they got all gonna be involved.
Decked out in his suit,
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
the holiday music and flashing lights. Santa Claus is on the move in a car he built.
The Santamobile has been Quad City's mode of transportation. Merry Christmas!
Perched in the back seat, cruising along, a photogenic fella who waves and smiles to passers-by.
It's absolutely wonderful to see the old and young and all of them so excited, and you see them singing the songs and when the music's playing out of the Santamobile.
Jingle bell, jingle bell.
Destination, the iWireless Center. Holiday greetings from more than 1,000 special needs kids at the Happy Joe's Christmas party.
Merry Christmas to everybody! I love you so much!
Heartwarming hugs.
I love how they react and how they like to get involved. Brings a tear to old Santa's eyes, you know.
No matter what time of the year, Santa says there's no place he'd rather be than with kids.
Merry Christmas!
Soon, Santa will be back at his workshop among the figurines and photos, making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out if Fran's been naughty or nice.
We have a good report on you lately, at least.
Oh, I'm glad I got a good report, Marcia. But he loves little children, and you'll see him at the Festival of Trees parade again this year. It wouldn't be the same thing without Santa Claus,
And of course, the
50 years.
Santamobile certainly turns heads when that goes down the street, right?
Yeah, you don't miss it, that's for sure.
Yeah. You also did another memorable report that had to do with the holidays. Tell us a little bit more about your meeting with the Viking Nation.
Yeah, these are diehard Minnesota Viking football fans who helped to raise money for the Toys for Tots campaign at the holidays. And the people at the store that we went to were nice enough to give us free rein, and believe me, we took advantage of it.
Let's do it. On three. Toys for Tots. One, two, three.
Toys for Tots! Let's go!
Let's go!
They break huddle and set sail at the Davenport Super Target store.
Whatever we can do for the little kids, and that's what we're all about.
Dressed in Minnesota Vikings jerseys and other colorful headgear,
This is our Sunday game day attire. This is how we roll every Sunday.
the Quad Cities Norsemen have their game faces on, shopping for Toys for Tots.
All right. Look, Viking.
Filling their shopping carts,
Dolls, toys, some electronics. We went from toddlers clear up to 12-year-olds.
a purple invasion.
And right now, we've caught the Vikings in an all-out blitz.
Grab 10. The stocking stuffers.
From a defensive standpoint, what was the game plan? To blitz like on every aisle here?
Oh, yes, just to come in and go crazy. Pillage everything we could get in the cart. Load them up and roll out. Scolding and rolling, as we say.
During this Norseman shopping spree, pardon the interruption.
I just have to interrupt and say that I just ran into a woman when I went to get my color books, and she just gave us another $100 to shop.
All right, yeah.
At checkout, the Norsemen score again.
Back to pass. Touchdown!
The tale of the tape, the purple and gold bought almost $1,300 worth of children's toys. Target's Kurt Griebel says that's a Super Bowl effort.
What you guys are doing at Channel 6 and what the Norsemen are doing are fantastic things.
Viking Nation, executing the game plan to perfection.
That's what it's all about, you know, helping other people.
I am a Bears fan too, by the way.
I was going to say it would be a better story if it was the Bears, but no, that you can see how their enthusiasm is infectious, and we're happy that they're part of the community.
Yeah, and Marcia, we all know what a commitment this television station and the community and the viewers make to the Toys for Tots program. Extreme generosity here in the Quad Cities.
Yeah, it always makes you feel good every year. You have also reported on folks who have kind of extraordinary hobbies, and we know model railroading is very big in this community. You've done several stories on that, but this one may be the biggest layout ever, right?
Yeah, this is really something. We caught up with Dale Frells over in the Barstow area, and his railroad runs the entire length of the front yard. Let's check it out. It operates by remote control, travels on 450 feet of track. Is this any way to run a railroad? Dale Frells says, you better believe it.
Dale is the eyes and ears, the builder.
I started from nothing, utilized a lot of inexpensive materials.
Engineer and owner of the Chicago, Barstow, and Quincy Garden Railroad.
To be perfectly honest, when I was 8 years old, all I heard was CB&Q, and I figured that the B must have been Barstow. It wasn't until later I found out it was actually Burlington.
A railroad reconstructed.
We put a repair of concrete on the front of it, which will prolong the life by a long time.
After last year's April flood derailed this layout for several months. Now the sounds and sights have returned.
So I'm going to put coal in the little elevator. My grandfather operated the coaling station here in Barstow, and they'll travel down here and it'll come down here, and eventually we'll come out down here and I can get the coal that would normally go into the engine. This is a bridge that I fabricated. It took about 200 hours from design through completion.
The soothing sounds of waterfalls.
And I love scenery, and I like the motion of the water.
What's not to like about the layout? Dale's wife Bonnie gets credit for all the landscaping, and she painted the murals.
She added tremendously to the appeal of the train layout.
The C, B, and Q back in business. And engineer Dale Frells, like his railroad, is beaming with pride.
I'm very proud of some of the structures and things that have been constructed. Very fun.
Wow, the realistic detail in that.
Yeah, you almost feel like you're riding the train, Marcia, and I love railroading and model railroading. That was really a delight to be able to see that. Yeah,
it was. Well, we have more delightful videos and reports. Stick around because Fran has more favorite features to share with you when we come back.